we are in a building that is constructed in the early 1900s. It's a huge old schoolhouse owned by the county. The county has decided to renovate the entire building. They've asked us to come in and tear out all the old quarry tile that's in all of their bathrooms. And when we reviewed these spaces, we realized that the tile itself is in fantastic shape. The grout is still strong. There's no cracking in it. We know that this is built on a wood subfloor, and we don't know what's underneath the tile, but the integrity of this whole floor is in fantastic shape. Why demolish it? Why tear out and go through the expense of taking out all of this good tile and then possibly running into surprises once it's demoed? Instead, we've suggested to the county that we come in and we apply a superior epoxy coating to all of these floors. Therefore, we can give them an updated look and keep the super solid floor that they have.
The first step in preparing our floors is to machine grind all the surfaces of the original tile and grout. This allows us to open the pores, and it gets the surface material ready for the cementitious floor prep that fills in all of the gaps. This is the floor prep that we have spread across all surfaces of the cove and the horizontal surface of the floor. And you can see that the ridges and the concavities of the grout lines have all been covered, and we've got a perfectly smooth base floor on which to now apply our epoxy process. This is a perfect study of the subfloor of this building. 3/8 inch of tile, 1/2 inch of concrete base, all over a wood subfloor.
So here is our first primer coat of clear 2-part epoxy, and it came out beautiful. All of that gray area is the floor prep that we applied several days back, and now this beautiful high gloss top coat is ready for our next coating of pigmented epoxy.
Then we start applying the pigmented epoxy. All of the cove base, the floor drains, all ports are cut in, and then we start broadcasting the colored sprinkles throughout all these initial areas. This is our multicolored sprinkles. Look closely at all the edges, all the various colors, and all the detail that's in each one of those pieces of material. Then, of course, we get up the excess sprinkles, collect them all, and prepare the horizontal surface for the next pigmented coat. And now we apply the final urethane coat finish. This protects the sprinkles from further damage by years of use, and we then go for the horizontal surface. Now we put on the spike cleats, which are used on the shoes so that we don't crush or smear any of the wet material as we continue to work.
So all that right there, when you're putting that down like that, when that dries, it'll dry in smooth and even.
Yep. It'll shrink a bit, so you're going to have some texture. Which is what we can do, a totally smooth glass surface, or we can do a texture.
Okay, this graphic shows you exactly how we applied that beautiful epoxy to the existing tile. Starting at the bottom, the original tile and grout, we then, as you saw earlier, used a hand grinder to roughen up the surface, then applied the cementitious prep to flatten out all the divots and the round areas. Let that dry, then we applied the clear epoxy primer, another drying phase, then the colored base epoxy, then we sprinkled the colored chips, and then on top of that, a urethane sealant.